Well, if you already know, I might as well leave. Maybe I can find someone else on here.
It's like, yes, please do so.
Goodbye. Say goodbye, horse.
Yeah, so the horse kind of like does a weird bow and then it just backs away. So I may understand you, but I don't think you understand it. So the soldier, like when you exit, it doesn't say anything. It just stands there and looks at you, and then just looks back to its post. So you're just gonna head back to the keep.
Yeah, pretty much. Did the
Okay,
job.
so D100. Okay, so you are not good. This is an encounter roll. What do you find? So the D100 said no. What is the encounter? If the encounter roll comes up something, then you do. If not, then of course. So D2, which is a random encounter. Now, using the new system, random could mean a lot of things.
Ooh.
So you're walking along, and then what do we got? You hear some weird, noises.
Hello?
So, like the horse is dead. The horse is spooked. It's like flapping its wings and it's like stamping on the ground, and it doesn't like it looks like it's trying to fly, but not quite.
No, if you're afraid, go. Go ahead.
Okay, so it is staying put.
I'll just continue walking.
So you are like you walk a little bit, and then there's something near you. Well, how's your awareness? Okay, decent.
As good as ever.
So what can we summon in this particular situation?
He's very aware for an airhead.
Oh yeah, maybe it's just an illusion.
Shrug.
Where it's supposed to be, you know, he's supposed to seem oblivious, but in actuality he's always like aware of what's going on around him. So it's like you hear like a flapping of wings, like strange company you keep.
Another thing with wings. It's very unusual.
It's like you're about as alien as I am in this land.
Why does everyone keep on saying that? I'm from here, goddammit.
It's like you're not from here. The smell of your magic, the manners of your person, everything about you is otherworldly, different.
I mean, just because I've been gone for a while doesn't mean I'm not from here.
It's like wherever you have been has changed you. You are not from here anymore.
Well, that's a very mean thing to say.
It's like the truth is not meant to be nice, but it is the truth.
It's not the truth in all technicality. I am from here, which by definition means I come from here, and, well, that is the truth.
It's like, but you are no longer one of here.
I never said that that was true.
So, and so, like, he does cawing. It's like, very well.
Do you know who this horse is?
It's like, yes, I do. Normally they don't. They are, as we say, carnivorous. They eat everything on sight. It is strange that this one is not.
Yes, it is a very strange animal. I
So,
pet
he
it.
he kind of flaps and he goes to his end. And you see that they do some complex gestures, like he opens his wings up fully and then the horse does the same thing. He kind of like crouches down and the horse crouches down. They do the head touching thing. And he puts one leg forward and the horse puts a leg forward and they touch the legs.
Oh yes, I'm Toby, by the way.
Yeah. That's like, that is not your name.
As good as any.
That's like, because you are nameless. You simply give the name to those who need to know, but I do not need to know.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
And so, your companion is different.
Well, it did look a little funny for a horse.
So, like, and he, like, flaps his wings, and the horse flaps its wings. And it's, like, very docile for a creature of its type.
Hmm. I would say I'd want to study it, but I've gone off studying for a while. Bad
It's
stuff.
like, it would be wise to learn of it, because it is learning of you.
I look suspiciously at the horse.
It's like, although, and so, like, he flaps to the other side, and the horse turns. It's like, although it may seem a mere beast, it is smarter than it looks.
But the giant talking tree said that it was but a mere beast.
It's like, whereat is an elemental in nature. He does not sense things outside of that nature.
It's outside?
It's like, yes. The beast you inhabit is like you, not from here. Another world.
Do you know which one specifically?
Does he? It's like, no. No, I do not. Not somewhere I have traveled.
Yes, traveling dimensions is so... Well, the last trip I took didn't end so well.
It's like, yes. It's like, we are very different, you and I. And the horse.
Well, difference is just a part of nature. And everything else.
It's like, and so, like, he flaps over to your side. It's like, yet we are similar. We have seen into other dimensions. We have seen things not of our world.
Really? Where did you see it?
Let's see. It's like, it is not something I wish to talk about.
Please?
It's like, it is something similar to yours. You were put there by accident. At least that's what I assume.
Yes, accidents happen.
It's like, that accident was not just for you, you know.
My oh my.
Accidents happen all the time. And so many of us do exist.
Well, it's good to know I'm not alone here.
So, it's like, what do you know of the Watchers?
They watch.
So, it's like, and he does a cawing laughter.
I've heard a story or two about them. Escapees, being sent back.
It's like, close. Not quite. It's like, well, more of that is the start. Because I, like you, returned to this land. But unlike you, I chose to find others like me.
Well, frankly, I didn't know there were others like me.
It's like, even, it's more of a choice. You may not have known, but I didn't know either. But I chose to look.
Well, I've only been back for a couple of weeks. You don't have to rail on about it.
It's like, you have been gone longer than you think. Time moves differently in other dimensions.
Well, it felt like eons. What was it if it wasn't?
It's like, that's just the thing. In some dimensions there is no time. time simply stands still. In other dimensions, time moves faster, slower, sideways, upside down. All types of other different directions.
Yes, I know about time theory.
Okay, so you must know that whatever you thought the period of time is now is not the same time.
Well, I obviously knew that.
Okay, so it's like you can never assume what's obvious. That's why we're here, after all.
Well, then why did you assume that I didn't?
It's like because it's easier that way, I say.
I prefer to be away with baseless assumptions.
Okay, so it's like, so you have no idea what the Watchers are.
Shrug.
It's like, well, simply put, the Watchers are the ones trying to prevent all this from happening. The ones trying to prevent this breach of dimensions, trying to restabilize.
Well, it's not like the first time was deliberate. And the second time was... Oh, I don't really remember.
It's like, it's been done more times than that.
Well, I'm talking about my own personal experience.
It's like, yes, personal experience is very limited.
I know.
It's like, but can you feel it, though? So, do you know what he's referencing? Like, it's D100. So, feel it as in, like, is it something you've been ignoring? That's D100 also. So, no. So, what you're feeling is that the dimensions are starting to shift. There's a little bit of tearing, and some creatures are coming through from other dimensions, including this horse.
Yes, the proverbial reset.
Yeah. So you know that the dimensional barriers are thinning, and that soon we will be facing an invasion of more than just undead.
Wait, the undead are invading?
It's like, and he kind of sighs. It's like, clearly you have no grasp on greater importance.
I just got here. What do you expect?
A little bit more than I assumed, but I guess I assumed a little bit too high.
Well, you know what that place does to you, right?
It's like, not all of us come out the same. I just thought you would have a little bit more tact. But I guess I was wrong.
Well, I find tact to be almost pointless.
It's like, different. Yes. And so, like, he starts flapping his wings, like, we shall be in touch.
If you say so.
Yes, so, and that will be the end of that. He will be back at the keep, and then we'll move on to Sanes. So what do you think about the... he basically told you dimensional barriers are starting to break down, and that certain things are breaching, like this land is altering because of that.
As long as the Watchers can keep doing their jobs.
It's a big if.
It's a big if.
Because not everybody even believes the Watchers exist. Others just, like, they don't even think that the Watchers are really capable of what they say they're doing. Okay, so you approach from the south. So now what? You just go straight for Grimmauld?
Up to the wall. Teleport onto the wall. Teleport off of the wall.
Okay, so you're just doing a straight path to Grimmauld.
Pretty much.
Okay, so he's there. It's like, I see you completed the mission.
Yeah, so it's very, very easy. It's Dr. 7 and his cohort.
So what? You're saying that he's set up right there?
Yes, he built a nice little inn. Very big and scary bouncer.
It's like, and then Grimmaw looks at you, it's like, you, double the guard. Get some of those allies on us. We need to refortify this fortress. Get spot checks on everybody that just entered. Get spot checks on even the guards we have. Gotta check them for infection.
Seemed like a fairly nice person. What's wrong?
So, Strauss, you don't know Dr. Seven like I do.
Well, I guess I've only met
If
him
that
once.
stranger is set up to the south, that means he's got something in for us. He's got to know that we're here. Why else would he set up out here?
It's quite a nice place.
It's like, you don't come out here for the weather. This place is a hellscape. You come out here not to be found.
I found it lovely.
Like, right, but your mind is a little bit stranger than the rest of ours.
Well, that's quite rude. Can't someone just enjoy what's put in front of them?
It depends on your outlook on life. Mine is not as bright as yours.
No, it's just... It's more of I'm able to take a break from the other things that I've had to do.
I'm not even
Anyway,
going to begin to understand what that means.
Payment. I did the job, there was no violence.
So, right. What about that stealthy part? Were you discovered?
Well, I kind of had to talk my way in. But
So
I had
you
a very...
what?
Well, I walked in technically. Which is very
So
rare.
what happened to the stealth part?
Well, someone was going to kill a horse.
It's like, why would... so that basically means they know that we might know.
No, I assume that Seven thought the fact that I wanted to find him to cross him off this list. Well, not cross him off, but cross him off, you know.
I have a feeling he's a lot smarter than that.
Shrug.
So likely, even if he's going to assume that we might know. I mean, you're just a free spirit. So he can assume that, and especially since, you know, you basically said you're asking for money. So if he, and where else can you get money but from me?
I didn't say I was asking for money.
Okay. Well, that's something. Well, it still comes to the fact, he probably knows that I sent out a scout. And that you might be reporting to me.
Well, then, if you already knew that you were going to send out a scout, then why the escapades with stealth?
Probably just to see who's standing out. And also, it's better if we at least try to be not as so much in the open.
Shrug.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter now. You got your payment. So,
Did I?
do a D100. That's a high number, so do a D10. Okay, that's not quite what I was looking for, but... Okay, so it's a basic scouting job, so the most he can give you is 200 favor, which is double that amount.
200.
Yep, not a lot. It's a basic scout job, which you screwed up, so...
What does the world come to? Any more jobs?
It's like, first I gotta clean up the fallout that you might have caused, then I'll worry about giving you another job.
Well, I have to be doing something.
Okay. Go, like, play on the walls or something, I don't know. You know, other people have things to deal with.
Okay, I'll go to someone else. Shrug.
So Limus and them are on gurney, like they're on beds, and there's a doctor moving among them. Gaffagi is his name. It's a little weird name, I know, but he's an old man shaman. And we've actually remember that shaman that we saw in the swamp way back when? That's him. You know, basically cast out and unable to really be taken in by anybody that he ended up here.
Hello there, my name's Leroy.
So it's like, ah, yes, strange. Oh, who are you?
Well, I just said my name was Bob.
And so, like, he sees the horse center, and he just jumps, he bolts, and he hides behind something. He's like, oh, what is that?
Horse.
It's like, okay. So, what brings you here?
Well, Grimmauld is off doing something, so he won't give me another job. I'm looking around.
It's like, well, you won't find any other jobs. He's the one holding all of the money.
Seriously?
Say what?
Seriously?
It's like, yeah, what? You think I would joke about these things? No, he pays for everything. He's the one getting all the contracts. He's the one getting all the jobs. He's the one putting out the money so that we don't waste it.
Nothing off the books? No?
No, nothing. Not that I know of.
Sigh.
It's like, I don't think we're the type of people to do that. Because he's not very lenient with those that try to steal from him. I mean, the last person that tried was simply shot on sight. So I don't want to end my days a bullet-ridden husk.
How is giving your own money to someone else stealing from him?
Because he has very strong opinions about the greedy.
Shrug.
It's like and so like he's kind of shoeing the horse. And so you see so you just walk up to the Snow Widow, just like willy-nilly.
Yeah, I've got like my hand out. Hello, I'm
It's like,
Jerry
and so it like not even breaking stride, it just takes your hand. It's like, my name is Alira. But it's got a weird chittering chittering type of voice.
You remind me of someone. Anyway, I am looking for work. And
You will
Grimmauld
not find
is...
work outside of Grimmauld, as much as you believe.
Grimmauld's being... well...
And it's like, he has a lot to worry about.
Well, this is quite agitating.
It's like,
Maybe
just be patient. He will be done in a little bit.
Well, patience isn't really my thing.
It's like, then you will have problems here.
Shrug.
So,
Well, if you don't know anything, I guess I may have to wait.
it's like, so, and you can tell, like, the face is smiling. It's like, are you going to bug everyone in the fortress? They will all have the same answer.
Well, do you have any other way to pass the time?
It's like, no, not really.
Then what were you doing before I came in here? Just standing around?
It's like, well, I was filing reports. Then you see, like, you're standing on her desk.
Oh, desk. Do you want help?
It's like, do you know anything of finances? Let's do 100. Do you know anything of finances? So, a little bit. You're not an expert at it, but you can do a little bit of financing.
From, I don't know, several eons ago, maybe.
Okay, so are you gonna look at the paperwork, or are you just gonna... This is a good time to collect information, too, of what the papers are.
Yeah, I look
Let's
at
do 100. Do you understand what they detail? So this is the basic financing of the keep, especially stuff like diplomacy. This is some... And you're seeing that some of these are trade papers. Like, it's showing that there's a massive influx and export of materials. Most of it relating to war-related stuff, like the cannons you see on the walls, that's on there. You see that they're actually exporting automatons for guard duty. They're exporting guns and firearms, and they're importing a lot of raw materials to create these things.
Automatons?
Yeah.
I thought those things would never take off.
It's like, you're not from this time period, are you?
I may have been gone a while.
It's like, very well. Yes, they are becoming great again. And like she's saying this as she's doing paperwork.
I'm also doing paperwork, like teleporting around.
It's like, you are like a child. You can't sit still for more than 5 seconds.
I'm literally physically incapable of doing that.
It's like, I have my doubts of that, but alright. We'll go, I'll humor you with that. So she's doing paperwork, you're doing paperwork. Do you get it done, is the next question. Or is there like mountains of it? So you do get it done in a timely manner. So does that mean Grimald's still not done with his task though? So you helped her finish the paperwork, but she's not done with the task.
Have you got anything else I could help you with?
It's like, not really, no. Well, there is this one thing, but I don't know if you're interested.
No, go ahead.
It's like, are you sure?
Shrug.
It's like, that's not a very good answer, especially for what I'm about to ask.
Well, the fact is no one can be sure of anything, so me saying that I'm sure of anything is a lie, and a shrug is the best I can do.
So, it's like, very well. One of my friends needs companionship, and I was thinking maybe you could spend some time with her.
He stops for like 5 seconds. It's like, what type of companionship?
Well, that I'm not quite sure of.
Well, most people tend to, just walk away from me.
It's like, I see that there may be problems here.
I can try, of course.
It's like, are you sure of that decision?
Well, as long as she's not going to kill me or anything.
It's like, very well. So, and she like, you see that she starts walking away and you see somebody else start to come into the room.
Okay.
And she is what? Hold on, I have to find where I put all this stuff. It's another Snow Widow, but this Snow Widow looks a lot more grizzled than the other one. Like, she doesn't have 4 arms, she has 3 arms, because one of them has been cut off at the elbow.
Teleport in front of her, give her a bow and say, Graham, at your service.
Okay, so... And she's looking at you, and some of her eyes are missing. Like, she's missing some of her eyes. And so she looks at Alira, it's like, are you serious? This is the best you can do? Who even is this?
I just said.
And so it's like, Shaira, give him a chance at least. And you said you wanted something interesting and new, and so here it is. So just let it happen. And it's like, and she kind of nods grimly. It's like, fine.
Oh yes.
It's like, but you owe me for this. And it's like, I owe you. I hooked you up. I owe you. So what is? So do you interject at that point? Because they're talking to each other and they're like ignoring that you exist.
Oh yes, and if you haven't been introduced, this is Horse. I like point behind me.
Yeah, This is horse.
Yes, this is horse.
Okay, so hold up. Let me, it's like, yes, we know of these things. So, like, you're just like, she's looking at you and analyzing you, and you're not, I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Well, I'm here to entertain you or something.
Yeah.
Have some form of
And
companionship.
she kind of grins evil. It's like, are you now?
Evil grins rarely lead to good things.
It's like, then I take it you haven't been briefed on much, have you?
She was very non-specific.
And it's like, Alira, how much did you tell him? And Alira's like got that kind of squeamish, like trying to avoid the conversation. It's like, you didn't tell him enough, did you?
Well, I did specifically ask. That's a little rude.
And so she kind of sighs. It's like, go, get out of here. So it's like, Grimmaul's done with this task. Just go.
No, I'm interested.
Okay. It's like, whatever you're interested in, it's not in me.
How so?
It's like, you didn't even know all of the details, so how could you make an educated decision?
Who needs to make educated decisions?
It's like, with this, you do.
Okay then, give me all the details and I can make an educated decision.
And it's like, she looks at Alira, and she kind of just shrugs. And it's like, well, if you must know, I'm looking for someone more than just a companion.
Okay, go on.
And it's like, that should already explain most of it.
Well, there are many things that are more than companion.
And this is exactly my point. We have almost nothing in common.
Well, we've both seen a lot of action.
And so it's like, will you just go? You're wasting my time now.
Oh, that's quite rude. I'm hurt.
Okay, so... And so she kind of laughs. It's like, haha, you make that, you say like I actually care.
You should.
Okay. It's like, why?
Caring is the one thing that anyone can do.
And it's like, yes, but sometimes it's better not to care about certain things.
Why?
It's like, would you just go?
Oh, come on, you still haven't told me everything yet.
And it's like, and she's walking out of the room now.
I follow.
Okay, so...
But as I'm walking past the other one, I say, I told you people walk away.
Wait, what?
As I'm walking past the other one, I say, I told you people walk away.
Okay. Walk away from what? I mean...
Me.
Okay, so... That's like, well, you're not exactly making a good first impression.
Well, where I come from, it's not easy to do.
So... D100, are you able to keep like Shira in sight, or is she like... So yeah, you are... So she's like, she's kind of knows what you're, so she's like walking to where Grimmaul is. And it's like, Grimmaul, can you give him something to do so that he leaves me alone? And so Grimmaul's like, oi, are you harassing my people?
Harassing?
It's like, she clearly doesn't want you around her.
I sort of like give him a cockeyed look.
Okay. It's like, do you even know what that means?
Well, no one seems to want me around them. I have to do what I must.
I was like, right, I wonder why that is.
Because I'm different. People don't like that.
So that's correct. That's our second thing people don't like. If they ask you to do something, would you damn well do it? And that answer is easy. It's no. You do what you want, from the look of it.
No, I have to ask why before I do something.
It's like, but you don't stop with the why.
Yes, I do, once I've got the satisfactory answer.
Yeah, but that may never happen.
Then I don't stop.
It's like, and that's the problem here. This, normal people stop after a certain point.
Well, I find it quite impossible to be a normal person these days.
It's like, you're not even trying to be normal. Don't give me that whole shit. And then he's like, he's made a joke, and the horse like flaps its wings, and it tilts its head. Brr, brr.
Don't think you know me.
It's like, I don't need to know you to profile you.
Well, profiling is riddled
It's like, second, I don't need to actually care about who you are to begin with.
Seems that no one does.
That's like, you're making it real hard for anyone to want to care. So, like, Shaira's trying to sneak out. Like, while this is happening, just make sure she isn't noticed and just walks out.
Save people's lives, do work, no one seems to care.
Okay. It's like, you are weird. We don't even know who or what you are. And you're not giving up anything. So, what did you expect? People to just trust you for no reason. You said yourself you like to ask why. Well, I like to ask why too.
Well, you haven't so far, so I...
That's like, very true. Alright, so why are you here? You already said it's for a job.
Well, originally I came here for work. Yes, I need money so I can do things. Money makes the world go round.
What are these things?
Well, there's a tower that needs to be built. There's,
What tower?
people that need to be saved. Tower, not town.
What tower?
Well, you know that Safe Haven was destroyed, correct?
Yeah, I mean, everybody that's... he's looking at you, it's like, you think all these people just came... I know half these people. You think all these people just came out of nowhere? No. Safe Haven had to be destroyed in order for them to even be here.
There are other explanations, but,
So you and your other explanations, it's like these people have told me their explanations. What, you think half a group of people's just gonna lie to me about this?
Well, I can't assume that anyone's told you. That's not how science works in any way.
It's like, it's not science, it's talking to people. I talk to people. Not everything is scientific.
Well, the only way I've gotten through my life so far is through science.
That's like, you call this a life?
It's a lot better than where I was.
That's like, yeah, whatever. Anyway. So, it's like, he's not going to dig into the past because he doesn't care about it. You still haven't told me what this tower is.
It's a tower. Wizard tower, I guess. I wish to do some research.
Alright, why do you need my help building it? Can't you just build it yourself?
Do you think I have the strength of 100 men? I need money for workers and other things.
So, but you got these gifts. I mean, what's stopping you? Can't you just teleport half the shit into where it needs to be?
My powers aren't limitless.
Okay. It's like, yeah, that's the mage thing. It's just your powers only go so far, some other crap. There's
Well,
like overloading and all these things I haven't seen yet.
Well, imagine it as physical strength. A man can only lift so much. I can only teleport so
So,
much.
like, he understands that reference. It's like, right, makes sense.
I cannot do the work of as many men as it would take to build a tower just because I have something extra.
That's like, well, you still haven't explained to me what the point of this tower is. I mean, what, you just build a monument yourself or something?
No, so I can do research into things that I don't understand.
That's like, well, that's a problem because I don't know if that's going to be for good or for ill. I know what you're going to do once you learn all that stuff.
Well, most of it is about my own history. Like, I don't know how I could harm someone with that type of knowledge, but everything else I plan
Yeah,
to
good luck
check.
with that. I don't even know your history.
Because you haven't asked.
It's like you even say you don't know. How am I supposed to ask you when you don't know?
Just because someone doesn't know everything about their own history doesn't mean you can't... it's sort of like...
It's like, I don't see... It's like, yeah, you stop yourself. Exactly.
No, it's just... your logical fallacy there. Driving me nuts.
Like, you and your logic.
It's the only thing I know.
It's like, well, you need... For someone so educated, you are having a hard time learning other things, aren't you?
Well, you think talking to people is so easy when you...
Yes.
When you've spent so long... nothing? He's like sort of just whispering to himself now.
Okay. That's like, well, you better start learning if you don't want people to always be asking you questions.
I'm fine with them asking me questions. It just seems that they aren't fine with me asking them questions. People are so closed.
Well, it's like, yeah, that's people. It's just how they are. At least for now. I mean, look at who you're talking to. Half of them have just lost their homes. What do you expect them to act like?
Relatively sane and rational people?
It's like, no, it's not how that works.
Shrug.
It's like, you are a very strange individual.
So it could be said about
You gotta
anyone.
humor. It's like, alright, so, say I humor you on this tower. What's in it for me?
Well, as you can see, and I like sort of flurry my lab coat. I'm a scientist. I can share any research I find.
It's like, and what research? You're researching your own past. How's that going to benefit me in any way?
Well, because you never asked, you didn't learn that I have been in the void for... I don't even know how long.
It's like, I don't even know what the hell that means.
It means I can do this, and I teleport over to here.
It's like, yes, we're sure of that already, but how's that useful to me? So you I don't think any normal person around here wants to teleport everywhere.
Well, this gift was given to me. I may be able to give it to others. I may be able to give other
Like I
people
said,
other gifts.
not everybody wants to be teleporting every couple of steps.
I also may be able to invent things. I'm not sure what the applications of void magic would be, but there's potential.
Like, and so he's pondering. It's like, give me a minute or so to think about it. I have to call my advisors in to see what they think.
I guess I'll be over here with Horse.
Okay, so just going with the horse, and so you see like Strauss going in. You see the troll war chief. You see the mechanic Ulusk, who's like he's wielding it. He has a full machine armor.
Tim is sort of hugging Horse.
Okay, so they're just walking by. So do you hear their conversation from where you're standing? That's a no. So what is their opinion? So they're not too sure about the request because part of them thinks you're trustworthy, but the other part says, there's nothing binding you to them.
I'm sort of like whispering to Horse, you won't leave me, will you?
Say what?
You won't leave me, will you? Like everyone else.
So he kind of just flaps his ears and just like pats his head on yours, or like rubs his head against yours.
Maybe this is why you followed me.
Say what?
Maybe this is why you followed me.
Okay. Maybe. Who knows?
So, do they state that they've come up with that?
So they came out. So Grimmaul's the one who comes out the door and sees that you're right there. It's like, right, talked it over. Sorry, mate. Can't help you. We could help you, but there's too many uncertainties. Especially since, you're asking a lot. You're asking to rebuild on the land of our homeland and destroy all that history. Some of us aren't ready for that yet.
Well, can you at least give me jobs?
It's like that I can do.
Then I shall ask no more.
So, it's like, very well. So, does he have any more contracts? Well, obviously he has more contracts, so... I mean, he's one of the few contractors out here. So, right. This one's going to be a little bit more dangerous than the last one.
I pick up horse.
Yeah. You pick up horse?
Yeah, just like slightly with one hand.
Yeah, you can do that. You just kind of... It's like, right, okay. And he's getting kind of distracted by that. And he shakes his head and he refocuses back on on you. Like,
that could be another application of void magic. I'm not sure where I got the strength.
So he's trying to focus on just giving you the job, which is, you heard of what happened to the north. That great city getting destroyed.
I've heard inklings.
It's like, right, well, I need certainties. I don't need suppositions. So I need you to go up there and find out what's going on. From what I'm getting, there's some sort of civil war happening up there, and the dragons are fighting each other. That or they've already wiped themselves out, I'm not entirely sure.
Was I there when, what's his face, Sains was told about the undead taking over?
Yeah, that was Sains. Sains was told the facts, but Grimmauld does not know the facts.
Was I there for that?
Well, you D100. Do you actually remember that far back? So you do remember that. So do you tell him that?
Yeah, pretty much like. So you want to know what happened there? Well, from what I've heard, the undead have taken it over.
It's like, you're talking about like King of the Dead and all that.
Yes, like what destroyed Safe Haven. That's the correct word, right?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the correct word. So, I guess the undead are playing the hand then, taking out all the major groups, taking over everything. Yeah, sounds about what I would do. This situation.
Seems like they waited until the shift started. You know how all the great dragons have been being reborn?
It's like, no, I didn't know about that. So, what is this about great dragons?
Most of them are turning into eggs, some of them are impregnating women.
That's like, sounds like a bad move. It sounds like, that's the wrong word. Sounds like a bad novel. What the...
Well,
what sort of information do you have on this? It just sounds strange.
it's part of something a lot bigger. The world is changing, and I'm not sure if it's for the better.
That's like, right. Well, the world is always changing. Besides the usual bullcrap we have to deal with, how
Well,
else
the
is it
normal
changing?
change is like the movement of a glacier. It may move 1 or 2 centimeters
Like,
a
oh,
year.
don't give me that fancy crap. I don't care
This
about that.
change-
Just give me the gist.
This change is an avalanche.
It's like, alright, analogies aside, what else you got?
Well, other than the veil between dimensions slipping, such as horse appearing, they're not natural to this world.
Okay. So it's like, well, I assumed as much in terms of that. So you're saying this is extra dimensional. From what dimension?
All of them. I don't know what the horse is from, but all of the dimensions are... Seems to
Like,
be...
yeah, that's probably a problem. So,
It's not probably a problem, it's definitely a problem. The Watchers aren't doing their job.
it's like, yeah, we've been the Watchers have been in contact with us, I think, with every major faction that's left. So I guess I'll have to humor them now and see what they're on about.
I'm not talking about a change of power or the undead king rising. I'm talking about the complete destruction of what dimensions
It's like,
are.
oh, I've worried about complete destruction before. Doesn't matter what it's from, it's going to be something somewhere that's going to try to destroy you and everything you got. Doesn't matter what dimension it comes from. All that matters is if you fight it or not, or if you live or you die. Whether your whole world is changed, it doesn't matter. It's going to happen anyway. It's like, why you got to overcomplicate things? Just make it simple, man. Just make it simple.
Okay. If this goes where I think it's going, universe go bang.
It's like, well, when is that not a possibility? I mean, come on.
Most of the time.
So, well, it won't be the first.
Have you seen the universe be destroyed before?
It's like it was probably destroyed sometime in history. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
So remember, Grimmauld, not the most educated. So, like he is a soldier first, and he's a lord. He's not a scholar, not like you.
So, do you still want me to go up scouting, or not?
It's like, no, not really. Now that you've already given me the information, no point sending you there for something you already know. She's actually going to pay you for that? No. It's like, it looks like I don't have to pay you anything, because the job was to go over there and scout it, but since you already scouted it and give me the information, I'll not actually have to pay you for anything.
That's a very gougy way of doing things. Anyway, do you have any...
Oh, you volunteered it. I didn't ask for it.
Yes, you did. That's what the job was.
I say, the job was for you to get your ass up there, but since you just gave me the info without getting your ass up there...
Oh, you're an exceedingly specific person.
So, well, when it's money's involved and you have a lot of money to give out, you gotta be specific.
So, do you have any other jobs?
It's like, not off the top of my head. I think that was about it for now.
Really? That's it? I've only gained... At this rate, I won't be able to do anything for 100 years.
It's like, I'll quit being so over-dramatic. Probably something's going to happen about today, tomorrow, even the next few minutes or hours. I don't know. Things don't go that slowly.
Does something happen as he's saying that?
No.
Damn, that would have been hilarious.
That's all. But someone does walk in. So he turns and he sees, you remember the puppet master?
Yep.
So, like, he's got the pondering look, and so do the two puppets. And it's like, alright, you talk with him. It seems like you want to talk to him, so I'm going to let you two talk to him, and I'm going to go back to what I was doing. So he's like because he's got strings on his fingers, and they're moving the marionettes around as he's walking. So they're like all pondering him, like the female, the larger one, is petting the horse.
I'm just staring at the marionettes and saying, like, marionettes, how on earth do you do that?
And so he doesn't talk, so like he's just tilting, like he's got his hand on his chin and he's just tilting his head.
What's with things that don't talk being attracted to me?
Okay. Well, I don't know about the attraction part, but he's curious.
As in, like, drawn to me,
Oh,
not...
drawn, yeah.
Drawn, yeah.
So what's weird is the marionette starts talking. It's like, you're a curiosity.
Aren't we all in here?
It's like, not so much as you.
You control puppets with your fingertips.
So it's like, what? And this is the boy. That's the puppet. What? I'm nobody's puppet.
I'm just like closing my eyes for a moment.
And so
Okay,
he looks at the puppet master looks at the child. It's like, oh, sorry, spoke out of turn. It's like, and so like he gets back into position, and the puppet master kind of shakes his head to the side. It's like, he must be really... And so the one on the left says, he must be really excited. Normally he doesn't speak out of turn.
Excited about what?
Wait, what?
Excited about what?
Oh, just meeting a new face. Someone not from around here.
Well, that's a first. Most of the people around here just rush to leave.
It's like, well, not everyone.
Yes, you and Horse. My pet horse.
So, like, he's like, the child is coming up and he's like poking you in the legs and stuff. It's like, what are you?
Well, I was born a human, so I'll take that title.
It's like, and so, like, you're a human? You don't look like a human.
But this is what humans look like,
And it's like, you just don't, you look like you may try to look like a human, but you can tell you don't look like a human.
I don't try to look like anything, I just look the way I look.
Okay. And so the man is like, and that's just it. Most humans are very appearance-based. They want to look their best. You, on the other hand, look your best and don't have to do anything.
Wait. Normal people have to look their... They have to work to look their best?
So, it's like a little complicated. So, then the boy is like, she means that you're not doing anything and you look handsome, compared to a human which would not do anything and look ugly.
Oh, I guess.
It's like, and then she's like, did you have to say it like that? You make me sound like some sort of harlot swooning over a man.
Yeah, she did make it sound a lot like she was hitting on me.
It's like, well, geez, sorry, I was just trying to explain it to him.
Well, it's fine by me.
So, and she just says, next time, don't explain it. And then he gets all flustered. He's like, fine, see if I help you out again.
I'm just confused.
Yeah. And the puppet master is like, he's looking back and forth, and then he just kind of shrugs and puts his hands out to his sides.
I'm still unsure whether they're alive or not.
Okay. It's like, what do you mean we're not alive?
Well, I didn't actually say that. That was just me mentally.
Okay. So you're unsure?
Yeah.
Say, did they hear your thoughts? No. Okay, so it's like, and they're kind of like, the two puppets are kind of staring daggers at each other.
No
And
need
then like
for
the other, like the puppet master just kind of gets between them and just pushes them apart.
No need for animosity here.
And it's like, well, if he stops being a little shit, then maybe I won't be so angry at him.
Oh, swearing, that's new.
And so it's like, I'm the little shit, you're the one who's being shit. So and then the puppet master is like, he pushes them apart and he shakes his head and they're like, they're separated, but they're still staring daggers at each other.
This is only going to escalate unless you both back off.
And so it's like, right, initial stuff. Looking for work, right?
Yes, that is one of my modus operandi at the moment.
Well, our master needs you to do something for him. He can't offer much. He doesn't get paid enough extra to offer work.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll roll a low number. It's D5. How much is he? He can't offer a lot because remember they don't get paid a lot. So like 100 favor.
Well, it's better than what Grimroll's been giving me.
Which is nothing. Didn't he pay you for that last job? He gets you 200? Yeah, 200. That wasn't that lot. Nickel and diming you.
Yeah. Nickel and dime the new person.
It's like, there was 3 of us originally. We need to find the third.
Oh, that's very... And you're asking me to go out myself, or you're asking for my
It's like, we're
assistance?
going to come with you. We wouldn't have you just wandering alone on your own, would we?
Oh, well, it's what happens most of the time. Okay, I'm willing.
It's like, you probably don't even know where to look, do you?
I never do, but I always find what I'm looking for.
It's like, that isn't going to happen with this, especially if a puppet's trying not to be found.
So you're saying the puppet ran away?
It's like, likely.
And you're taking him back forcefully?
It's like, we're not going to do that. We're just going to see how he's been doing.
Okay. Well, which direction shall we go?
So, and like, you see that they get into like she starts walking out grandly, and the puppet master just kind of like, I don't know what type of description it would be, but he's following along like he's like some sort of suitor, and he's like basically worshipping the ground she's walking on. And then the third puppet's got his hand over his face, like, oh god, these are the people I associate with. And so, like, he's with one hand, it's got it over his eyes, and then his other hand, his right hand, is beckoning you to follow.
I'll follow.
Okay, so we'll leave that off there, and then we'll go to Sans.